Welcome back to A Moment in History. I'm Seth Udinsky. In the year 68 AD, Rome was on the verge of destruction. The Julio-Claudian dynasty, and that was the imperial family that had provided stability for the empire for the previous almost 100 years, was crumbling under the chaotic reign and then subsequent suicide of the Emperor Nero. Now, historians almost forget that there was an emperor, and actually several more, between Nero and the Emperor Vespasian, who took the throne in 69 AD. For less than a year, in one of the shortest reigns in the empire's history, Rome was ruled by the Emperor Galba. Now, Galba was almost the same age, actually, as Jesus Christ. He was born in the year 3 BC. Though Galba was part of the Roman aristocracy, he was not a familial member of the ruling Julio-Claudian dynasty. His political offices later in life were largely built on the foundations of his service in the Roman army. He commanded forces in Germania to the north as well as Africa in the south, before finally becoming the Roman governor of Spain to the west. Now, all the while, Galba kept an eye on Rome. He watched as the unpredictable and unstable Nero fancied himself with the arts and largely cast aside his imperial duties at the expense of the empire's health. Historians believe that Galba was planning, with the help of several other Roman elites, some kind of imperial coup before Nero took his own life in the chaos of Rome in the year 68 AD, as we said before. So Galba traveled to the Eternal City, and with enough backing from Roman elites, he was crowned as the new emperor. Now, Galba's reign, which lasted hardly more than half a year, was plagued from the beginning by two chief factors. The first was his own personal uptightness, and the second was his inner circle's apparent corruption. He could never get the backing of the populace that he needed to really be an effective ruler, and his reign was marred by a rebellion that resulted in him losing the throne. In fact, the famous Roman chronicler Tacitus once ironically wrote of Galba's reign, saying this, quote, "It was everyone's opinion that Galba was capable of ruling the empire had he never ruled." Now, Galba was killed in the political battle for the throne in January of 69 AD. Thanks so much for joining me once again for A Moment in History.